Hello everybody, welcome to Snowmageddon 2015 episode of the Weed News. I'm your host Mike Cannon. If you hadn't heard, the entire East Coast was decimated by this really just historic, I think that's the only word to describe it, that's what they keep using on the news, historic snowstorm. It's just blanketed the entire East Coast. From what I understand, it's really shut things down and destroyed a lot of people's lives. It's crazy. I haven't been outside yet. I haven't seen if there are anybody, in the streets, if anybody's alive out there. But from what I see on the news, fuck, man, it's about as bad as it can get. I do have full electricity, which I find odd, but there's got to be like some backup generator or something like that. I don't know. I know they're definitely prepping for these big cataclysmic events, but apparently I've fallen under the select few that benefit from their protection. I think it's definitely a white thing. Well, I hope anybody is hearing this. I hope you guys made it through. If not, what are you gonna do? Snow. It'll fuck you. It will fuck you. Let's do an episode! So, sorry, I just turned on the lights and also brushed my teeth for the first time today, and it's just a shade over 2 p.m., so feeling good and really bought into the hype of this storm and allowing myself to just, stay inside, not do anything productive, just stay in my jammies, hang with my cat Frank, who is furious to be on camera. Know why? Because he's probably also high and a little paranoid that a lot of people are looking at him. And by a lot of people, I do mean the 11 that are watching this. Alright, well, that just made me get depressed. Here's the thing. That's what's a problem about buying the hype of these goddamn storms, is that now I have to feel guilty for not doing shit all day. They prepped me to be like, oh, no, stay inside, do you don't, not only don't you have to go anywhere, you shouldn't go anywhere. It would behoove you to stay inside, drink as much alcohol that will keep you planted on the couch as possible, and just fucking enjoy the rest and relaxation. Now, nothing falls from the goddamn sky, and I'm in here feeling like I'm not accomplishing anything and not working to further my dream. I'll tell you, smoking pot with a cat, have you done it? Because that's what I'm going to review. I also just realized that I look quite cross-eyed because I'm looking directly into the pinhole of the camera. I'll do a little bit of a better job kind of spreading out my vision so I don't look like, well, this is what I'll tell you about weed this week, folks. Smoking pot with your cat, that's what I'm doing today. This guy is pretty thrilled about it. Follow him on Instagram. My girlfriend takes care of that because she is a nightmare. But it's hey_I'm_Frank. He's got probably more followers than I do. He's quite popular on there because people don't want to feel feelings. They just want to look at furry, cute things. Smoking pot with a cat. Would I recommend it? Only if you're in my situation where the majority of your day is spent alone. I need as much contact from a warm-blooded animal as I possibly can. However, these things are fucking like skittish, demonic creature even when you're sober. So just be prepared that you're gonna have some weird, unsettling feelings while being high next to this. It could be a killing machine. I feel like it could. It's got all of the tools of a giant jungle cat, but it's just shrunk down, and apparently somebody once along the line made it safe genetically. How the fuck am I supposed to buy that? He's crawling on the computer now. Apparently he doesn't like this take, and he says I should do it again. Fuck you, Frank, you perfectionist piece of shit. But here's my point. They're demonic, weird creatures, even when you're just sober. I'm sitting here stoned, vulnerable. Sometimes I drift off, think about heaven, and then out of nowhere, he'll just get up and start darting back and forth in my living room, running all over the place. And I'm like, what is it? Is it a ghost? What's happening? And then he'll just crawl right on my chest and just trace spirits around my head. And I'm like, who is it? Is it Pop-Up? Is it Pop-Up, Frank? Is he proud of me? Is he? No. Piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. I think I'm going off the deep end. For my review today for Toker Tech, this is the device I am smoking out of all day today. It is the NO2 Vapir Vaporizer. It is gigantic, but very effective. Here's why I have to smoke a vaporizer. I'm no longer allowed to smoke blunts in my own home. You know, the one that I pay half the motherfucking rent for, because my cat, the one I just showed you before and who have since just kind of wandered off, probably into a large brush of grass where he's crouching until he's gonna leap into my throat and fucking bite out my Adam's apple and then put his weird hook dick in my ass, because that's a real thing that they own, and that's fucking horrifying. The reason I have to smoke a vaporizer and not blunts in my apartment is because my cat has asthma. Isn't that adorable? They're like people. The NO2 Vapor. Pretty good. It is a giant, clunky device, so I would only recommend it for household use. It's pretty easy, though. You screw this off the top over here, take it off, put your tobacco in there, and then kind of heat it up to 384 or whatever you prefer. I don't know. I just do what my friend told me. So, do that, suck through the straw. It is like a cool game where you can pretend you're going snorkeling, and this is like your handheld future device where you're like, ooh, I need oxygen, you know, so I can dive. From what I understand, this is a very affordable device. I didn't buy it. Again, it was a gift. People are very nice to me around Christmas time, and they know how much the holidays drum up all of my emotions and feelings, so they give me stuff to medicate. Either way, the NO2 Vapir Vaporizer, I would recommend it. It's delightful. It is just giant and a little clunky, but yeah, it's a good device. Guys, that was the episode. Weird one, I know. And you know what? It's hard to be motivated when I'm not surrounded by a crew of people with real cameras. I'm only looking into the MacBook Pro that I took from my last office job. Just kidding. Follow me on Twitter at @IamMikeCannon. I don't even know where they're going to put this box in the thing. Hopefully they just throw this fucking entire video in the trash and then none of you have to suffer through it. But follow me on Twitter at @IamMikeCannon. Send me any of your questions, what you think I should review, what you think I should do while high. That's been a pretty cool one that people are sending a lot of shit in. Listen to my podcast, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, talking conspiracy, corruption, clams, cooters, clitoris piercings. All right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody. This will never happen again.